As we age, our bones can lose mineral density, which makes fractures more likely. But it's a myth that you can't do anything about it. In fact, with just a few exercises, it's possible for many people to improve their bone density and shore themselves up from fractures. Today, we're going to talk about 3 of my favorite exercises that have been proven to improve bone mineral density and how you can do them at home. My name is Harlow, and I'm the Over-Fifties specialist physio here at HT Physio in Farnham, and it's my job to help people over 50 to make fractures less likely, improve their mobility, their independence, and get them moving better. This video is particularly important for anyone who's been diagnosed with osteopenia or osteoporosis, which means thinning bones. And it's also super important for post-menopausal women, because in the 5 years after the menopause, women can lose bone at a much higher rate than any other time. Now, the exercises in this video are not going to be suitable for everyone, so you must get checked out by your healthcare provider before you give them a try. In fact, if you do these without being checked out, you can run the risk of injury, so this is super important. Now, for example, with one of my patients, I used these exercises with her, but we only used exercise number 2 and number 3, and we definitely left out exercise number 1 because just for her, it wasn't suitable. So please do get checked out, and if you have and you've got the green light, let's have a look at some of the exercises. The first exercise that's been proven to increase your bone density is jumping. The reason that jumping is so good for increasing bone density is because your bones respond to any force that acts upon them. When we walk, when we run, when we climb stairs, there's a certain amount of ground reaction force acting on our bones. I've drawn ground reaction force as this red arrow here. It's basically gravity acting on your body. Now, when you jump, we get a huge ground reaction force because there's a lot of gravity traveling through the bones as it interacts with our body weight. Now, what this does is it sends a signal to the tiny little cells within our bones called osteoblasts. And osteoblasts are like your builders. They lay down new bone. I've badly drawn some bricks here to depict what happens when the osteoblasts lay down new bone. So increased ground reaction force from jumping leads to more laying down of new bone. A systematic review in the journal Sports Medicine in 2014 showed that jumping exercise does increase bone density very significantly in the hip, which is one of the main areas of the body that suffers with osteoporosis. And another study showed that after 16 weeks of jump training, women were able to improve their hip bone mineral density quite significantly compared to controls by doing either 10 or 20 jumps twice per day. Now, jump training is certainly not suitable for everybody. If you have painful joints, or you have weakness in your legs, or your balance isn't very good, this might not be the thing for you. So definitely get advice before you try it. But in the studies that were mentioned in this video, the jump training tended to look like this. They would get their participants to start off like this, squat down a bit, jump up, land, and then pause for 30 seconds. They'd repeat that 10 or 20 times over in a row, making sure to take that 30-second break between jumps, and they would do that twice per day. In most of the studies I read, we're looking at about 20 to 50 jumps per day being about the optimal amount to get a significant change. Now, if you can't jump or jumping isn't safe for you, a great alternative could be to get yourself a mini trampoline or a rebounder, because these have also been shown to have some serious promise for improving bone density, and there's less impact there from jumping on a hard ground. Before we go any further, I just want to tell you about a very special bonus I've created for viewers of this channel. It's called the Complete Guide to Building Muscle and Strength over the age of 50. And if you're someone who is a little bit confused about how to go about starting the process of building muscle and strength, you don't know what equipment to use or what exercises to choose, this is perfect for you. It's an exclusive 25-minute video that you can't find anywhere else, where I teach you all the ins and outs of building muscle and strength specific for people over the age of 50. So it's one of the best things I've created. I'm giving it totally for free to viewers of this channel. All you need to do is scroll down below this video. There's a link in the description where you can sign up. I'll send you the video straight away and you can get started. It's some of my best info, and if you use it, I hope you enjoy. Now, the second exercise that's been proven to improve bone mineral density is the squat. And when we're talking about the squat, we're talking about any kind of movement that involves a hinge at the hips and a bend of the knees, like that. You can do squats with a weight on your back. You can do chair squats. You can do a goblet squat, which is the type I'm about to show you. They all work, and it's just down to personal preference. Now, ideally, when you're doing the squats, you want to be using a little bit of weight or resistance to make it harder, because that resistance increases the ground reaction force on your legs and it stimulates more bone growth than just using your body weight. But if you can't use resistance, don't worry, you'll still get benefit from doing it just with your body weight. In fact, any kind of resistance training when we're holding a weight has been shown to be great for bone density. So if you can't squat, there are many other alternatives that you can do. I'm going to show you the goblet squat now because I think it's one of my favorite exercises for this kind of purpose. It's really easy. All you need is a small weight. I'm going to use a dumbbell, but you can use a bag filled with books or just something heavy that you've got at home that you can hold very close to your chest. And the goblet squat looks something like this. So you're going to take your dumbbell and you're going to hold it with your palms up like this. So almost your third hand is your chest. You're going to hold it in nice and close. So you've got two hands supporting and it's resting on your chest. You're going to keep your back really nice and tall. And then you're going to squat down by sticking your bottom out and bending your knees, keeping your back nice and straight, and then coming back up. You're only going to go as far as you feel you can. You can stop here if you wish. You can even just do kind of a 6-inch squat if that feels better. If you can go all the way down, obviously that would be great as well. But what we want to do is keep that movement going. Focus on keeping your spine nice and straight, and then keeping on going until we hit that kind of level of fatigue where you can feel it in the fronts and the backs of your legs and hips. Now, research has shown that participants who were over 50, so these were actually osteopenic men, so men with proven bone mineral deficiency, they responded really well to a short course of resistance training that included squatting exercises. So it's a great way to boost your bone density. In terms of how many to do, I would do 3 sets to the point of tiredness. So put the weight down when you feel that you've got a working ache in your legs and your hips. Repeat 3 times over with a 1 to 2 minutes rest between sets. The next exercise that's been shown to be really effective for increasing bone mineral density is the farmer carry. And the farmer carry involves holding 2 heavy weights. They can be dumbbells or watering cans or heavy bags, and then just walking up and down whilst holding them. Now, because we're holding heavy weights, we're effectively increasing our own body weight, which means we're increasing the ground reaction force going through our thighs, so strengthens the hips, and also our spine, so it strengthens the bones that make up your spine as well. So the farmer's carry looks something like this. I'm going to use a couple of dumbbells like this, and all we need to do is face the way we're going to walk and then start walking. Concentrate on keeping the spine nice and tall, going as far as we can at home, turning round nice and safely, and then walking back. You want to keep a good posture throughout, so you want your back to be upright throughout the movement, and you want your feet to be doing a heel to toe pattern if you can. So your heel is the first thing that hits the ground and you push off through your toes. Now, if you're doing this correctly, you're going to feel this probably all over the body. You're going to feel it in your quad muscles, so the muscles at the front of your thigh. You're going to feel it in your glutes, so the muscles at the back of the hip. You might feel it in your spine muscles as they keep you upright. And you'll probably also feel it in your grip because you have to grip tightly to hold those heavy dumbbells. Now, I would keep going for a set to fatigue once again, so probably keeping on going until your thighs or your glutes or your grip starts to feel like it might give out. Then put the weights down, have a rest for 1 to 2 minutes, repeat 3 times over, and you've just done a great bone density workout. So those are 3 of my favorite exercises that have been proven to improve bone density. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, then please do drop a comment below and just let us know, because it does help us to improve this channel for you in the future. Thank you if you do that. If you do like it, then please share it with a friend or a family member who might also benefit, because that really helps the channel to grow. Make sure you've liked the video and subscribed to our channel too. And if you want to get more exercises like this from me, one of the best ways to do that is to pick up a copy of my brand new book, Thriving Beyond 50, the 2024 edition. It's 450 pages long, and it's got all of my best strategies and exercises and guidelines and everything I use here in the clinic with my patients I put into this book. So if you get it, I hope you love it. There's a link below this video to pick up your copy on Amazon today. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again on the next video.